Hi, welcome to this third video on this YouTube channel, and it is a part of this journey to be consistent. So, here is me being consistent. Honestly, I haven't thought about a concept for this video as well. I am still procrastinating, but let me talk about the one topic that is really close to my heart, which is sports. So, I would like to list down the best sporting moments that have impacted my life across different sports. So, one of the best sporting moment of my life was when Canadian mixed martial artist George St. Pierre (GSP) he came back after 4 years in 2017 and he defeated Michael Bisping at a higher weight class. So Michael Bisping was the middleweight champion, GSP was the welterweight champion before retiring in 2013. So GSP retired in 2013 and he came back in 2017 and he beat Michael Bisping and became the middleweight champion. So that was one of the best moments in mixed martial arts, and I still remember watching that match live, and it was one of the best moments of my life. So yeah, that is number one. Number two would be Yannick Sinner versus Carlos Alcaraz French Open 2025. My goodness, that match was one of the best matches ever played in tennis. Carlos Alcaraz was 3 points down. I mean, Yannick Sinner had championship point and it was 40 love, I guess. And Carlos Alcaraz defended 3 championship points. And not only that, he won that set and went on to the fifth set, and it was crazy. I was like, my goodness. And he won the last set as well. Like, he took the win from Yannick's hand, and literally, I mean, no words can describe that feeling. So it was really great. At that very match, I became fan of Carlos Alcaraz. Up until that match, I did not like him that much. I don't know why, but and I kind of preferred Yannick Sinner, because Sinner does not grunt, and Sinner has a bit class compared to Carlos Alcaraz, because Carlos is a bit aggressive. I mean, you cannot blame him, he's a Spaniard, so that's in his blood. But the spirit and the fighting soul that is within him, my goodness me, I was totally sold out on that match, and it was the best tennis match that I ever witnessed in my life. So yeah, it was pretty good, and that was the second best sporting moment that I witnessed. The third best would be, it was quite recent. It wasn't that great, but yeah, it was something significant. Marc Marquez became the world champion in MotoGP. It was, I guess, his eighth championship. Yeah, eighth. He tied with Valentino Rossi. So yeah, why? Because he had injured himself in 2019, I believe, and it was a very serious injury. His shoulder was completely destroyed, but he came back, and not only that, he joined Ducati. Also, Ducati helped a lot because their bikes are the fastest and the best bikes currently on the circuit. So not only that, he literally showed the difference between him and Pecco Bagnaia, the second rider of Ducati. I mean, the gap was pretty clear. You cannot say that Marc Marquez won the championship because of the bike. Yeah, the bike played its role, but it was talent. He is a generational talent. Again, Spanish. There is one more thing that I would like to highlight in this video. I'll say at the end. Anyways, fourth moment would be, yeah, Rose Namajunas beating Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the Polish champion. My goodness, that was absolutely thrilling. It was UFC 217, I guess, the same UFC event where George St. Pierre beat Michael Bisping. So yeah, Rose Namajunas beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna was called the boogie woman of the division, the strawweight division, the lightest division in the women's UFC. So she was totally untouchable, and she was very scary. Even during the press conference and during the face off, she was like, my goodness, I cannot describe it in words. She was very brutal, and she was like very evil and mean, which was part of her plan to showcase herself in that manner. But anyways, when the match came, the fight was on, and I guess it was in the first, no, it was in the it was in the first round. It was in the first round. Rose Namajunas, she hooked her and she clipped her and she fell down, Joanna, and Rose finished her on the ground. I mean, it was superb. So that was the fourth. And fifth, what would be fifth one? I would say Argentina winning the World Cup in 2022. People would say that the fifth one, that is Argentina and Messi winning the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, should be the number one. But football is okay. I like football, but I don't like it that much. I rather prefer individual sports. So fifth would be FIFA World Cup final 2022, France versus Argentina. It was thrilling, 3-all. Kylian Mbappe scored 3 goals in that match, and he was about to score a fourth, and the goalkeeper, the Argentinian goalkeeper, I forgot his name, Martinez, he saved the fourth goal, or else it would have been France. And it was crazy. Even the French president Emmanuel Macron, he was on his feet during the fourth goal, and everybody, including Messi and all the fans around the world, they had their breath stopped for a minute, for a good minute. Like, what just happened? Is it going to be a fourth goal? Oh shit, it wasn't a fourth goal. What just happened? I mean, that was crazy. And then it went on to the penalties, and of course we all know what happened. So yeah, it was the fifth best sporting moment that I witnessed. So it was pretty good. And one more thing that I would like to highlight regarding sports is that, do you notice that there are certain countries which are very good at almost every sports? See, US is good at almost every sports because it's a superpower. They have a lot of money to spare, and they have the infrastructure. US is also there. Let's not exclude US, but let's keep it aside, keep United States aside. There are other countries which are relatively smaller than the United States in terms of GDP and in terms of resources, but they are surprisingly good at almost every sports. These countries are Australia, Spain, South Africa not much, but yeah, pretty good, Brazil, then there is Hungary, Italy, and even Great Britain, Japan and China. These 8 and few other countries here and there. These 7 to 8 countries, they are relatively smaller than the United States, but they are pretty good at almost every sports. Take for example the Winter Olympics, which happened in 2026, few weeks ago in Italy. Almost every sport had a representative from China or Japan or Australia I mean, think about it. Australia doesn't even get snow, and yet they have athletes who represent Australia in Winter Olympics. So it's really something to learn about from these countries, especially for a country like India. We should learn how these countries are able to replicate such good sporting models. So it would be pretty hard to implement their entire model in India, given the geography, the corruption, people, and yeah, the population and infrastructure. So it would be pretty tough, but it's not impossible. If China can do it, so can we. But I think there is certain um, practices that these guys, these administrative guys from these 8 countries are following, which is why their athletes are outperforming other athletes. I think that should be a subject to study and focus upon, and thereby implement in your country, or even in your professional work life, to you know ensure that you can deliver better results with limited resources. So yeah, I would like to research more about this, and most likely in next video I might cover on that topic, unless I find some other better topic. So yeah, thank you for listening, and this was day 3 of being consistent, and yeah, let's hope for even better consistency in future, and better videos on better concepts. Thank you for listening, and thank you for believing. Bye.